In today's video, we are comparing the 2003 red JDM EVO 8 versus the 2005 graphic gray EVO 8 MR edition. So here we have it, both EVOs at the same time. I think you guys would really enjoy knowing the differences between a USDM EVO 8 and a JDM EVO 8. As you guys know, Japan gets all the goodies and US kind of gets a detuned, debuffed, I guess you could say, version into the States. But we're so lucky that we even got the EVO in the state. They both got a 4G63 motor. All EVOs up to the EVO 9 got the 4G63 motor, and the EVO 10 got the 4B11. Let's go ahead and jump right into the engine bay with one of the #1 differences that I noticed right away, and it's the fact that the JDM EVO 8 got an anti-lag system and the USDM did not get an anti-lag system, which honestly sucks for the US version. Anti-lag meaning it helps keep the lag away from the turbo. I'm not familiar with the way the whole system operates, but if you guys are, put it down in the comments. That way we could all read on it. I've read on it several times, but I don't want to speak about something that I'm not super familiar about. #2 difference between the two is the fact that the JDM EVO 8 got an AYC active yaw control, and the US didn't get, well, nothing. I mean, I have an ACD, if that makes anything better. But AYC is a huge plus for this EVO in particular, and that's something I would really love to test on the track, as it should help drastically in corners. And if you don't know what AYC is, I truly recommend for you to Google AYC EVO 8 or AYC EVO and read on it, because the fact that Mitsubishi was able to pull this off, I believe already in the EVO 4 and EVO 5, is just mind blown at that time, the technology that Mitsubishi was putting in their cars. Now in the engine, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and talk in regards to transmission, because this is a 2003 EVO 8, but in Japan in 2003, they were already getting the 6-speed tranny, which in the US, we were getting 5 speeds in 2003. This is a 2005 MR edition, which came with 6 speeds. So these two cars are essentially the same tranny, 6-speed transmission, but it's crazy to believe that Japan was already getting the 6-speed tranny and US was just getting the 5-speed tranny, which later down the road, we all figured that for power purposes, the 5-speed was a better tranny since it didn't have all those gears compacted in there. So just a quick fact, this is a 6-speed, even though it's a 2003 EVO. For some of you guys that might not know that. Now, the next thing that you guys can notice side by side is the interior. The interior on the US EVO 8, the seats are a lot flatter, let's say, the cheeks itself. And if you guys look at the JDM EVO 8, the seats are a lot better for track purposes. It kind of holds your leg in place so your body is not moving around. Besides that, there are a couple of pieces here and there that change the interior a bit, but both interiors honestly are basically the same, besides, of course, the front seats. Now, something that I love about the JDM EVO 8, it's the fact that it has automatic folding side mirrors with the push of a button, which I just think is crazy. US, again, got a little bit less, and it's just by hand, which again, it's not that big of a deal, but little things like that add up to the experience in the car. And the other thing that we got is automatic windows on all 4 sides. Like every single window is an automatic window. In the US, we have to manually do the windows, except the driver window is actually automatic. Besides all of these differences and everything favoring the JDM EVO 8, my 2005 EVO 8 MR does have a lighter roof, aluminum roof that came with the MR edition. It did get a couple of accents on the interior carbon fiber stuff, like the shift knob, handbrake, and also the pedals itself in the bottom. But this car, if this was a 2005 or a 2006 EVO 9, it would have had the same exact things depending on the edition that the person got. It's honestly not that big of a difference, but my MR does have that advantage compared to my JDM EVO 8. Besides that, the JDM EVO 8, as you guys know, got a different bumper than the USDM EVO 8. And I'll show you guys a picture here so you guys can see the differences between the two. Now, besides all of those differences, the number one thing that I wanted to do in this video is test the two of them out. Because when I'm driving both cars, they feel like completely different cars. And I'm not kidding when I say that. This car here feels like a turtle. It feels super slow, and I don't like the way it drives whatsoever, at least right now. And then this car right here, which is my baby, as you guys know, I love the way this car drives. It's just such a crazy difference what bolt-ons do to a car. This car feels responsive, it feels quick, it just feels a way better overall car. Obviously it has suspension work, engine work, and all of that. But what we're going to do is take both cars separately. Unfortunately, I don't have another driver that could kind of race me, I guess, sort of say. I'm gonna put a timer, we're gonna step on it and see what the difference in times is. I guess I could measure a quarter of a mile, maybe a 1/8 quarter of a mile. We'll see what the cars do and what the differences in time is, because honestly, I believe the GG EVO 8 is going to demolish the red JDM EVO 8. This car just feels so much faster. So let's go ahead and start with the JDM EVO 8. Alrighty, so we are first starting with the EVO, and we are going to do what I believe is more or less a quarter of a mile. We're gonna start from this sign right here, and we're gonna go past this first sign, which I wanna call it the 1/8, and we are going to finish off in this third sign that's coming up right here. And what I'll do is that I'll put a timer in post edit and we'll see which car is faster. So let's go ahead around, make a U-turn, and see what the red EVO is able to do. All right, let's send it. Let's see, now. This car is honestly surprisingly fast. What? I was not expecting that whatsoever. This is the first time I actually step on this car since I bought the car. So I wasn't expecting that. I actually think the GG might be a bit quicker, but that's about it. Honestly, I don't expect it to be super quick the way I expect it to be. The thing is that when I drive this car, I baby the car. I haven't built the car, I haven't gone through the engine or anything like that, so I don't want to mess anything up, but I'm very surprised with this car, to be honest. Very surprised. So here we are with my baby, first gear, same signs. Third sign is where we'll stop. Let's go ahead. I was at 3,000 RPM. Oh God. Ah, man, this car. Oh man, I always forget how this car feels, and it honestly, every single time I drive it, it surprises me. It's not like the fastest car ever, but you definitely feel it. Like, I wasn't expecting that, and it puts a smile on my face every single time. Anyways, I don't know which one won. You guys will obviously know. Let's see. Once I edit it, I'm gonna hopefully not be surprised, and I think the GG EVO is a bit faster. But to be honest, I was really surprised with the red. I was not expecting that whatsoever. And that always comes with a car that you don't know what's been done to it. Like, I know it's stock, but has it been tuned? You know, and those ECUs in Japan, I believe they were tuned a little bit better. I believe they output a little bit more power than the US. So that could all play into it. So again, I don't know if the car was ever tuned or not, but the red honestly felt really good. Let's go ahead and get home, and I'm eager to edit this video and see which one did what time and which one was faster. second difference, almost 1 second. I have to say, I am a bit surprised. The red Evo honestly surprised me like crazy. For those of you guys that might not know and are new to the channel, this car, just so you guys know, is fully bolt-ons, completely stock bottom end, and completely stock top end. So not expecting obviously the GG to blow the red, but I was surprised. The red honestly has a little bit of power to it. So like now I'm curious. I wish I had a lot of money to just say, hey, tomorrow we're gonna go to the dyno and see what the JDM EVO 8 does on the dyno. Unfortunately, I cannot do that, but it will be really, really cool to see this car and see what power it puts on the dyno and see if, because it felt quick, surprisingly quick. Anyways, it will be great to see if I could put these two cars on a road course, because I will really want to see what this car does, since it does have the AYC and also the anti-lag system. I feel like it's going to do fairly good. It's going to give a little bit of competition to this car, but obviously coilover, suspension work, and bolt-ons is still going to add up on the track. Brakes as well. Brakes are huge on the track. But I hope you guys found this video informative. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, it will mean the world if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe. The YouTube algorithm obviously likes that. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, are you guys surprised of the times that the two cars put up there? Because I'm honestly super surprised. But anyways, I'm gonna end it there. Like always, keep grinding, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.